Hi, this is Dr. Elizabeth Samantha, Rothschild Judge. I am focusing today on people who feel they have to be in control of everything and always have something to say about anything. Always want to say something to people for no reason when it's not predicated, when there's no need to even address a situation or address particular people. I've come across people who, let's start off in the homes, where you may have a single parent and they may be dating and bring someone into the home where they already have kids, and this person comes in and wants to start bossing their kids around as soon as they get there. The step parent from hell, or the step parent that never actually gets anywhere because they're a put off to the parents, who refuse to bring people like that around their kids. I have witnessed a situation where it could have been a match made in heaven, and this man went into this relationship and started spending a lot of time at this woman's house and just bossing her kids around all the time until, needless to say, the relationship ended abruptly because she had control of her house and her children, and they all had their own other parent. So there was no significant reason for this person to go in and feel the need to take over someone's kids, bossing around, complaining about whether or not they had done their chores when no one asked for a step parent, and had they were going about it all the wrong way. Always looking for something to say. People who they're always talking, always having to call somebody's name all the time, always doing a name drop when everybody else is kind of like, would you just shut the hell up? Okay. People who feel the need to constantly seem as though they have to tell somebody something. Have you ever heard that phrase, well, I had to tell him, or I had to tell her, when they didn't have to do anything but stay the hell out of people's faces, because nobody needs or wants that. That's not getting anybody anywhere, except to a headache and the notice of a nuisance. That is a nuisance. Situations where saying nothing, silence is golden. It's better to just not say anything, because number one, it's not their business, and number two, it's not their place. But people who always step out of place and out of bounds and want to say something, want to be the one fussing, feel like they have to be the one in authority, or if they have a little bit of authority, want to throw their weight around and always have something to say. Speak to people in the wrong tone, want to be the supervisor and manager at the job when they're not anybody of authority. And then if they are left with any sort of control, they abuse that authority and control. People who lie about being supervisors and managers, people who lie about their futures and the inspirations thereof, and mask it with poor behavior that they put off on other people, oftentimes when people can't really do anything about it, or they wouldn't say anything about it. It's not really a big deal to them. People like that. That is such a bummer. It's like, don't do that. Don't do that. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear you rant and rave. I, for one, am an adult. I don't need anybody yelling and screaming at me at the top of their voice just to get their rocks off. It's like, talk to me like a person. And if you see I have common sense and my faculties about me to handle my business, I don't need you telling me any special instructions. And these are the same ones, if you ask them for special instructions, they try to act like you're stupid or dumb when really they're supposed to disseminate the information. People like that. Isn't that dumb? So just saying, it's no need to have particular attitudes in particular places. Number one, there's no need to have an attitude with someone in their own place, in their own space, because that's their domicile. You don't own or control it. If someone is living their life, you don't own or control that person. You have no right to say or speak into their life without being invited in for your opinion. In the workplace, first of all, when has the customer not always been right? The customer is always right till it's seen all the way through. It's kind of like innocent until proven guilty. So people who speak to clients who in a very horrible manner, who yell and scream at people who they don't have control over. You can't control yourself any better than that. You're given these authorities and privileges in the workplace, and that's the way you handle it, and wonder why nobody wants to deal with you. So just wanted to talk about those sorts of things because, that's why I work for myself. I said I'd rather take the low break and deal with an economic hardship and be my own supervisor than to deal with a supervisor that feels the need to yell at me like I'm their child. I'm not your child. Do not yell at me like I'm your child. And I don't need you speaking to me abruptly like you my husband, because if I have a man, first of all, he doesn't have to talk to me like that. Second of all, if I had a man, he wouldn't appreciate somebody else talking to me like they're crazy. Do not address me like I'm your woman. I'm not your woman. Do y'all have that problem? And vice versa. Women, these aren't your men. Don't get them around and start easing all up on them, wanting to be all flirtatious and stuff. That ain't your man. You in the workplace. Handle your business. Stop going to work looking for an affair. Isn't that crazy? Or people that want to tell your kids what to do. Be the boss of your kids, when they can't even control themselves long enough to have any respect given to them. If you wait a few moments, maybe people will charge up the respect. You don't have to go around yelling and screaming, because that doesn't get you any respect just because you're being disrespectful. That doesn't make you seem big. Are any of these people watching? Is this real? Is this true? Is this awesome sauce or what? Right. Well, anyway, this is Dr. Elizabeth Samantha Rothschild, judge. I'd like for you all to call me Sam, but my aunts are still calling me Sammy, so I won't complain. And everybody have a great day.